What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol LCID for Lucid Group. On the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First things first, this will, of course, be an update. You can see our older levels on the chart here. They are all still very relevant, and what I would point out is that we had this range being defined as this white box, and on today's session, we had a fake break, so a look below, and fail, where we've actually closed back firmly inside of the daily range here. And what balance rules would state is that we should travel to the top end of the range as our target at 42.62. Also, aside from balance rules, I mean, just look at the candle structure that printed here. It is a pretty significant, in terms of size, hammer candle, right? Big, significant lower wick there and a solid green body on top of it. So to me, the buyers are trying to put up a fight around this 36 area of support. So let's take a closer look from the intraday 30-minute perspective, just kind of see how the move unfolded. Certainly bearish out of the gates. That's what these big red-bodied candles are earlier on in the day. But again, immediately gobbled back up and more than a 100% retracement of the down move from the morning. So quite simply put, the buyers responded, as I mentioned earlier, in a really strong way off of that 36 breakdown. So let's take out the Fibonacci's here and come in from the low of the day all the way on up to the high of the day. And what we'll find here is that the consolidation into the afternoon, even if we were to draw it into this high right here, is well above the 38.2 fib, which, as we know, checks out as being ideal for a bull flag to potentially form and then some sort of break to take us higher. As we pointed out, the ultimate target would be here, 42.62 on the daily, but we do have an intermediate level at 39.65. And let me just scrunch up the 30-minute so I can illustrate where that's coming from. In doing something like this, hopefully you can see all of the interaction we've had at and around this level right here. So I would keep that on your radar as a first up bump in the road sort of deal if the breakout does continue to the upside here. So that's what I'm seeing from the 30-minute. The chart does look good. I would say at this point in time, any sort of pullbacks that ultimately hold this level, 37.11, it's not the 38.2, but it is a structural element from here and here. As long as we're above that, fantastic. Bull flag looking for breakouts to take us into that first level, and then after that, monitoring for continuation into that 42.62. Also note that the daily 50 SMA will be meeting us there for a super resistance if this were to happen all over the course of one day. Now, I can't guarantee that it will happen in one day, but if it does, again, just watch out for that super support there with those two levels coinciding. On a breakdown, if we start taking out this 37.11 to the downside, we do have the bottom end of the range here at 35.85 roughly, and that would really be my line in the sand. If we start taking that out again to the downside after the type of day we had today, that would be pretty convincing that, hey, this was nothing more than just a quick dead cat bounce. It's likely that we're going much lower than that low that we saw on today's session. So keep a lookout for a breakdown once again underneath 36. That's going to wrap up the video. If you enjoyed it today or learned anything new, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description. And all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.